Hello YouTube, this is Super Awesome Musician, and today I am at Luke Air Force Base in Arizona, and today they are having their biannual Luke Days air show. It is, in my opinion, one of the best air shows you can go to in Arizona. Anything aviation related, well, almost anything aviation related they have here. Nothing more you can ask for. They have a whole bunch of planes on display, and they also have an air show. They'll have stunt flights, they'll display new military aircraft, and at the end of the day we're going to have the Thunderbirds here doing their formation flight. That's going to be amazing. So, yeah, that's about it. Please enjoy.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're fine. No, because I get mad when people do it to me. I'm so sorry.
Those are for the skydivers for the beginning of the air show right there.
Call you an F-35?
We are just about to get a VIP tour of the C-17, guys. It's going to be really cool.
All right, we're waiting to hear what's going on with the boss. Let's listen in. Sure, Frank. And caution, the Thunderbirds are just showing up with some of their stuff, so heads up. That's Air Boss Ralph Royce up there on top of the trailer. He's the man commanding the show. Dan Blair down here at the center. Well, Dan does a little bit. You know, you're awfully quiet this morning, Dan. No, he's not even talking back. That's a bad sign, yeah. Jeremy Chan was making the exit there. And now we're looking forward to our desert rats. These desert rats are called desert rats.
Sit in there, Alex.
Here, I'll take the left seat. Hey.
This is a jump
seat. Go ahead and jump in the seats.
Yeah.
I work with all these guys here.
Go ahead,
This
Sean.
is one of our newest pilots.
Yeah.
He was actually one of our maintainers out at March.
Okay.
Went and got his college degree, and somebody jump up in that seat.
Go ahead, Sean.
Or if you're filming, it's called a heads up.
There you go. Yeah. He went and got his private pilot license and his college degree, and then we hired him in our unit. So he's been back about a year.
About a year now.
He's got how many hours in 1 year?
About 1,000.
1,000 hours in a year?
Come on up if there's more down there. Squeeze in.
Who flew over here?
Something that's seeking heat, and with a different beam of light, and so it's trying to whatever the secret is.
Where do you guys want to take this picture at?
We'll do it outside.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So I tell you what we can do, we were not allowed to put power on it today, so.
Yeah, front and center almost. Can we like try this out, or is it locked?
Yeah, you can move around.
Oh, don't do that.
Really
I'm just kidding.
You.
You got a Facebook message.
Like, are they actually gonna move, or I don't know. Oh. It's up display here.
This airplane very successful is the size of our landing gears, and if you look, it's like a reverse scissor. If you look there, look at the size of this hydraulic piston. That's why we land at a 5-degree glide path. We come down and we don't ever flare. We just hit the ground. This absorbs all that shock back in there, and you can see the gear leans backwards like that. See how many tires we got to get on each side. So when we land, we stand straight up as hard as we can on the brakes. And if I'm at show weights, so in 2 weeks I'm doing an air show. If I'm at show weights, I'll stop in about 1,100 feet. So it is just like an instant stop. I can't even get the reversers in reverse in that short of a time. But if anybody can figure out, if you got an engineering brain, how this thing goes up in there, you got it on me, because I've seen pictures of it, but I don't understand it. No, they rotate and tuck up and in there. So it's a pretty marvelous design, yeah. They rotate and go. And then you'll see this piston sticks out of the door. When it actually goes in, the door comes down, so it pulls inward and goes up.
And it reminds me of the A340, they have the metal.
Similar, yeah. This can handle a lot of weight.
People can actually climb up in this thing.
We've got aft-looking cameras that are
air traffic controller.
But if you do an airdrop, the loadmaster can actually see the loads coming out.
Never left, and he continues to fly as a hobby.
I'm gonna let Rob tell a little bit about the back, because I don't know.
Excuse me.
Well, to start off with, you guys have any questions in particular? 500 miles of wire. Is that a joke? No, that's what it is.
500 miles of wire in this thing.
Yes, he's a comedian. He's telling jokes.
Yeah. That was good. Anything else? And the reason you can see the wiring is just unlike yeah, so it doesn't look as pretty, but
One note to self is you don't want to play football back here too much, because Yeah. We've done it before, but if you hit the flags that go away with cables, sometimes it might kick the autopilot off.
Oh.
For speed bounces, yeah. But yeah, those are flight. It is fly by wire, but in certain aspects it's got backup. This airplane is super redundant, that's why it doesn't matter.
Alright, so yeah, obviously you guys see this is the cargo part back here. It's set up for rolling stock and people, so you can drive on.
We can flip the rollers. I'll show you. Yeah, I can show you this one.
There's a roller. These panels right here that run all the way down, they're all rollers. It's like that all the way across the floor in the plane. That's for pallets. We also can do a mix where there's rolling stock and pallets. So it's pretty versatile in terms of the cargo we can take. Every is on the side. Those are by inches. So every piece of cargo has a weight instead of a balance point. We take that weight and instead of a balance point and times that by its arm. So these move
Just like you guys do in the Cherokee. Woo! That's about, we've got it all written.
So it's a simplified weight and balance, pretty much.
It's probably a bigger envelope than we do.
Well,
yeah, larger envelope, and a lot more cargo, a lot more pieces. So
He's got a pretty nice computer program out there.
it's really nice. And you guys obviously, it sounds like you know weekend CG and it's got an
What is
okay. So this is radio. This controls the winch. There's one back here, one up front. We also have a controller we carry around my hand. There's a winch that runs in the center of the plane.
I'll show you on the way.
What's the capacity of the winch cable?
Well, technically it's 220,000 pounds, but it depends. Whether it's a flat surface, an incline, dry skids, it's controlled back here. Lights, more lights, circuit breakers for locks, doors, the ADSC, a lot of different things. Ramp blowdown, so if we lose hydraulics and electricity, there's backup systems so we can drop the ramp and get out of here. This is all the hydraulic, you open and close the doors and ramps. Oxygen systems. This is for the aircraft left side locks for this side of the plane. There are right side locks over there.
These are the escape hatches right there. One thing I'm finding interesting is two of these planes here, at least two, I'm not sure if other ones came, but this one here and the B-17 right there are from Falcon Field, or my home airport, and they're here, which is really cool. Those Warbirds over there, I think there might be some from them, I'm not sure, but for sure these two are from our home airport. This means the tail gunner who flew in this plane when it was in service shot down 2 German planes. You can see the swastikas right there. These Warbirds here, these are Chinese yaks. These are from our municipal airport, Falcon Field, which I mentioned earlier. I have actually flown in one of these. I did not have a camera on me, but I have gotten an opportunity to fly in one of these things, and it is definitely an experience that just can't be described by words. But let me tell you, these things, I don't know what else to say. They're awesome. I'll give you guys a close-up look here. Here we got a B-25. This one's not from our home airport, but it's still nonetheless an awesome plane. Here we've got an air refueler. I'm not sure what it's called, but I know it's an air refueler. You can see a picture of it right there. I'm gonna try and go up in this thing. Let's get close up with the engine here. Huge, huge engine. Get underneath it here. There's the refueler, the tail boom, I think it's called. I'm not too sure what it's called. Now we'll move on to the C-130. This is probably one of my favorite military planes out there. Yeah. Nice C-17 there. Nice look at these huge propellers right here. Not so big engines, but these huge engines. Afterburners. Now over here we got lots of fighters on display, including the F-35 way over there, which I will show you guys in a minute. So stay tuned for that. In the meantime, look at these. Right up into those engines, look right in there. Wow. Maybe we'll get to see the engine, I don't know. Oh, awesome. See the afterburners in there. So here's the F-35. I heard it's been on the news a lot lately, and it's definitely a beautiful plane. You can just see all the technology built in. You can see the engine on the back, and that engine can, according to, don't quote me on this, but I think that engine can actually pop out and move around. Treat this thing almost as a helicopter. I think I saw a video of the military doing that, but again, don't quote me on that, guys. I'm just guessing here. Down to the front. I just cannot get enough of this thing. Tell us about the plane.
An F-35, it's the newest fighter. This one in particular was delivered here to Luke Air Force Base in August. Carries weapons internally. We'll eventually be able to carry weapons externally as well.
Okay.
The biggest advantage to the F-35 is kind of the integration between all the computers and all the sensors. So they all talk together. I don't know if you've heard of the term fusion, but it basically takes all these different sensor inputs and puts them, mixes them together. So like the radar see in one picture, and then like some of the IR cameras see another picture. They fuse those pictures together so that they can track both air and ground targets and feed that to the pilot in such a way that it makes it really easy to understand exactly.
Big step up from the P-51, right?
Very much so. It's a very different kind of fighting.
I've heard that the engine in the back can like pop out and make it operate almost like a helicopter. Is that true?
So there's 3 different versions of the F-35.
Okay.
The A model, the one you see here, is a conventional takeoff and land.
Okay.
Variant, so that's the one the Air Force bought. It takes off and lands just like most of the
Okay.
The Marine Corps bought the B model variant. That one, like you were talking about, it has a 3-bearing swivel nozzle on the
Wow.
inside.
Okay.
That'll turn it down. There's also a giant lift fan, about this big in diameter, sits right behind the pilot. They took out a fuel tank, about 5,000 pounds worth of gas, to be able to get that in there. So their range is about a third less than ours, and their weapons bays are just a little bit smaller. But it allows them to take off at about 200 to 300 feet, and after they burn down some gas and drop their weapons, they can land perfectly.
Really?
There's also a C model, so the Navy version. It's got slightly longer wings, so they have a slower stall speed.
Okay.
And the wings actually fold up so that they can park it.
Inside the.
And then it's got some beefier landing gear so that it can take those force. I'm pretty sure.
So I see this, what's that sensor looking thing below the nose here?
So what you would see on another aircraft, say an F-16, see right underneath the intake on the right side, it's got that giant pod, so it's a targeting pod.
Right, okay.
What we did, we didn't want to hang that on the outside and ruin our signature, so we took the guts out and threw it in our jet and let our computers run the system.
Okay,
so
that's cool.
It gives us the capability that they have without strapping on something to the outside. outside of the jet.
It's awesome. So has this thing actually, like, how long has this thing been in service as far as actually going out and doing missions?
So we're kind of just in training and test and tactics development right now.
Okay.
Hill Air Force Base is going to be the first initial operational capable squadron. And that should happen, I think, between August and December this year.
So have any F-35s actually like gone into combat or service,
No,
so to speak?
That
Okay.
won't happen until after we go IOC.
Oh, okay.
So the Marines went IOC with it in August of last year with a little bit less capable software suite. The Air Force is waiting just a little bit longer to get a couple capabilities before we
Awesome. That's awesome. Well, thank you. So this one here is the F-22 Raptor. I think that's another F-35, right? Yeah, that's another F-35 back there.